Hello everybody, it's Holly from Besotted Orchids, coming to you from the jungle. I feel like I'm in a jungle, in an absolutely beautiful, beautiful jungle full of blooming orchids. So I wanted to share them with you today. I have been out fertilizing all my blueberry bushes. The neighbor did bring down several loads of horse manure. So believe it or not, that's what, when you live in the country, you fertilize your things with actual horse manure instead of chemicals. So 19 blueberry bushes were fertilized this morning. So I want to film now, and then I'm going to go kayaking. I'm going to spend an hour on the lake this morning. It's just beautiful. So enough of that. I have a lot of orchids here to show you. A lot of different orchids. Most of these are from the Carmela orchid order. Some of them you haven't seen in bloom yet, and they're beautiful. And also, some of them are mine, and one was a total surprise to myself even. Okay. I'm going to tell you the one. Let's just get this one out of my way. And I'm going to show you this one. Look at this. Well, first I'll pull it back so you can just see the enormity of this. She definitely takes up a lot of room on this shelf. Oh, no. Don't tip. Oh, yes. The joys of orchid bark all over my home. Such a joyful thing. This is the Maxillaria tenafolia. This is the red variety. This is, it's very hard to see because of all they have so much brown, don't pull that, Holly. I almost pulled a bud right off. Oh my gosh. They have so much of the brown on them. I suppose I should probably be pulling that off when they're out of bloom. But look, it's absolutely beautiful. There's about 6 open now, and there are more developing. So last year, I didn't have any buds. But did I not have any buds, or did I miss them? Because I'm going to tell you, I had no clue this was even blooming. Totally off my radar. No clue whatsoever. I was just giving it a really good soak one day. And I looked down and I'm like, wow, it's blooming. Now, smell this one at your own risk. You must pull these spiky leaves away. Ah, amazing. You can poke yourself in the eye with this very, very easily. Now, this one here, sorry, I was distracted for a minute. This one here, when they say they, we, I say, smells like coconut, it does not smell like coconut. It smells like imitation coconut in the guise where it would be delivered to us on suntan lotion. If you smelled a bottle of coconut scented suntan lotion, you have smelled this orchid. Let's see if I can get one to you real quick before I put it away. I want to get it out of my way. It's such a big, beautiful orchid. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful blooms on there. And as I said, there are more developing. They develop down in these the brown part of the sheath that's, I don't know, it's just a mess. And it's very hard to miss. Very, very easy to miss any of them developing until you just happen to be watering one day and there they are. So this is an orchid that, even though it's ungainly, it's enormous. It's just taking over. This will always have a spot in my collection just because it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful even when it is not in bloom. It's just a pretty orchid. Now, keep in mind, I'm someone who likes being out in the meadows. I love all the grasses. I enjoy that. So this does look really, really pleasing to the eye in my home. So, still in a plastic pot, which I wouldn't mind talking about that for a brief moment. Let's get that one out of the way. There we go. Okay, last year, Holly thought she's going to move all of her orchids into terracotta because it's more aesthetically pleasing. It just looks nicer. They're in the home. I want it to look beautiful in my home. Plastic pots for the main part left. Well, then I decided I am a kayaker. I just want to live on the water. A person 2 years ago who was terrified of the lake would say that's my least favorite body of water to be on. Now I just can't wait to be on the lake. I love kayaking. Anyhow, you're sick of hearing about it. It is relevant to this story, I'm telling you. All the terracotta dried out very quickly. I was not home. Sometimes I go twice a day kayaking. I'm really close to 2 lakes. Twice a day I'd be out there. Sunset, sunrise, I would be out there watching whatever's going on in the lake. So they got neglected. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm like, you have to think smarter. You must think smarter. So I do want the terracotta. I do. And I was watching Matthew. Hello, plant lovers. I really, really recommend you watch him. He's a great person. Matthew is using some sphagnum. So Holly ordered a bunch of sphagnum from Amazon, of course. Where else would we get it? And I went out to get the mail and highly, highly disappointed. Like, I got the mail, my husband came in and goes, well, what's that? Did you order a book? It looks like a book in there. And it did, it looked like a book. It was like maybe 3/4 of an inch high and this big. Anyhow, so I open it up and of course when you see things vacuum packed, it's a depressing sight because this is not what you ordered. So I'm like, okay, I was supposed to have like, I don't know, 24 quarts, a large amount. So I'm like, whatever. I took it outside and I put it in a, thankfully, a large container. And poof, thankfully it was outside as well. But then you have masses of wet sphagnum. What do you do with that? Thankfully, it is springtime here in Ohio. I have a large glass table out there by my koi pond, and the sun was shining on it. So I did spread it out. I wrung it out. I wrung it out as much as I could. And a lot came out. And then I did spread it out on the table, and it was mostly dry. So in the evening before the dew hit it again, I boxed it up without a lid on, set it in the garage overnight. The next day, I put it back out, and it completed the dry. So I'm hoping all is good. But that is how I am going to remedy my absolute obsession with the lake and my love of orchids. One is not going to erase the other. I can't get rid of my orchids, and I feel like a maniac to just get on the lake. So it's happening today. I'm cooking oatmeal in there. I have my steel cut oats. I'm like, it takes half an hour for those to soften. So I'm trying to do a little better, be a little better. So I measure out 1/3 of a cup of steel cut oats every day, and I cook it, and a little bit of brown sugar, which I'm going to switch to blueberries. I'm going to try to be a little better yet, even. But so I'm going to have that after I'm done filming, and then load the kayak in, and I'm going. So back to orchids. I really, really think that the sphagnum is going to it's going to save me. It's going to save my orchids. Anyhow, let's go back to show you something new you have not seen yet, and I really, really think it's beautiful. BLC, so it's going to be a little smaller, Brassolalia and Cattleya. Solar Flare Paradise. This is one that did come from Sheldon. And I almost put up a St. Patrick's Day video, and if I had not forgotten, you would have gotten one. Consider this your St. Patty's video. All you who celebrate, I mean, who doesn't celebrate St. Patty's Day? But all the Irish, happy St. Patrick's Day. I think we all become a little bit Irish, which I do have Irish heritage. So it's okay. We all become that on St. Patty's Day. But here, I did want to put up a video with several of my green orchids that have a tint of green. It's just so pretty. And it is a smaller orchid. I mean, all 3 of those fit where, like, my Hawaiian wedding song, the big, beautiful white one, that would take up the space of all 3 of these. One of the blooms. And, smells good. It does it. I have to stop smelling them with my asthma. It doesn't smell as good as the large pink one that I have shown. The large pink one, it still has a few straggling on. There's some other ones sitting around the house that just have a few straggle blooms. I didn't bring them out. But I'm still enjoying them in the home. But this one is just an absolute delight, and it will stay tiny. It'll be a little tinier. And it is scented, but not the heavy rose scent. This is just your basic Cattleya scent, which is not unpleasant. I'm not going to say we don't like this one. This is fabulous. It's absolutely beautiful. And it did have 3 beautiful, and they survived. Every one of these orchids that I ordered from Sheldon survived coming in damp, of course, because they're a little bit damp. They have to be. They just come out of the greenhouse. And my weather had turned here in Ohio. it turned drastically. I thought I had a window of several days. I did not have a window. Something came through that no one was expecting, and my orchids came in pretty cold. And the only one that bud blasted was my Hawaiian Providence, America. It's the only one that blasted. It almost opened, and then it didn't. So I can't complain at all about that. I think they did absolutely amazing. This is one also that did come in. This is one that would have been on my St. Patty's Day. This is just a Brassavola. And I want to say, oh, you know what? I don't have the tag for this because this is the one that came in with the tag that said Copper Queen. Here we go. I did come pretty close to figuring out what it is, what I believe it is. And I had that in another video. I will have to, the tag's laying over there probably by the bird cage. You could hear them chattering away. Elsa is not quiet. Elsa is a bad girl. Elsa wants to talk and scream and carry on all the time. So I did throw a snack. I call them their little knacks. I said, you want a knack? And that's their millet. I normally hand feed that to them. But for the sake of the video, I did throw it on the bottom of their cage so they could just scurry around and keep themselves busy. This is one. This did not come from Carmela. This is one of mine. Beautiful, another dainty, tiny little one. Now this one I thought had, I could have sworn up and down this was going to be a beautiful reddish, purpley one that I did get, Shin Girl something. I promise you I would lay down almost my life and say this one was not this color the last time it bloomed. I don't know what's going on with this one. But it's beautiful nonetheless. And scented or not, let me see. Lightly scented. Oh, and this one over here, it does have a nighttime scent, but the Brassavola, it is scented a citrus, floral yet citrusy. Now, this is what I did get. This one also, I mean, come on, we really missed out by not doing St. Patty's. Come on. This one, it's a little yellow, I know, but it also has some green. This one here did come from Kingwood Gardens, and it did not have a name. So if anybody knows the name of this absolutely beautiful, beautiful orchid, let me know. And I did say in a previous video that it was the a denval. It's not a denval. It's a dendrobium. Probably, maybe pushing a little bit antelope. I don't know. But there it is. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful plant. Now, I did put this one into a terracotta, and I did add a little bit of sphagnum. If you hear something coming through, there is oh my goodness, a motorcycle raging down the highway. The road in front of my house. And a dump truck. Anything noisy is going to go down the road today. I'm 500 feet from the road. We shouldn't hear this. This is amazing. And I was so excited to get this from Sheldon when I looked it up because I really thought, I have George King in the other room, a much larger orchid. And a lot of the pictures of this orchid showed it looking more peachy pink. And it did develop more of an orange tint to it, but it's still absolutely beautiful. Potinara, so another smaller one. It's not going to be huge. Jessie Lee, Hawaii. And it's so pretty. It's just so pretty. I mean, I'm telling you, when I come in here to the dining room in the morning for my coffee, which I haven't been doing a lot lately, later in the day, so I come in now. I go out and have my coffee with my chickens. Go out and feed the chickens, so I putter around the blueberry patch, whatever I have to do outside. So I'm not sitting in here enjoying them so much early in the morning, which is actually wonderful because later in the day when I come in for a little break, they are more scented as they do. They become more scented as the day goes on. Now, would you like to see this beauty? It is so pretty. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And it did have two. Now, the only complaint I have with it is what you can see right now. They're a little close together. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's just such a beautiful, it's not, I don't know. For some reason, they're almost the same shade. They're almost the same shade. But for some reason, on the fluffy Cattleya, it just feels different. Of course, you do have a little bit of the coloration of the lip, more of the purple tone coming in there. So that does make a difference. But it just smells heavenly. I'm so happy this is in my collection. I'm just so happy. And now when new growth starts developing on this, I will transfer it to terracotta. Don't scream at me. But I will add a little bit of sphagnum. It's just so pretty. So pretty. Oh my goodness, what else do we have? Oh, here's one that you have not seen. This also came from Sheldon. I'm telling you, till I got all the babies, I probably got 30 some orchids. Maybe 14 or 15, at least were in bud. He really did well by giving me a lot in bud or spike. This is, yeah, I need this. Finest Lady Ramona. Really, really pretty. Oh my goodness. And I think we have another spike forming. Springtime. Springtime. We're all feeling spring. I did a 4-mile hike the other day. I really almost can't even call it a hike. We started on top of the dam, so you had to go down 180 some steps or whatever. My dog and I. And I called my husband and I said, okay, I don't feel like doing an 8-miler today, but I do want a beautiful, beautiful stroll the whole way along the river with my dog. We had coffee out in the middle of it. Oh, big, huge boulder. It was so beautiful. Actually, I did take some film. I did take a little bit of film of Lily and I trooping along the trail. If anybody wants to see it, let me know. But, and the frog video was taken that day. If you've seen the frogs, you really don't see them, but you hear them going wild. Anyhow, where am I going with that? I called my husband and I said, Lily and I are on the river. And we will be at the other end, the nearest town where you do come through at 2:30 every day. Stop and get us. So he did stop and pick us up. He hates to take Lily. Oh, my Lily. He's anti-dog. He lives with 3 of them. But Lily was allowed in the truck. And he can smoke in there all day long, but he can't let a dog in. Enough said. Anyhow, Lily did get a ride back to the car, and then we drove ourselves home. But it was such a lovely, lovely day just to walk along the river. And the amount of people that were out fishing, and families and children. I don't know, maybe nobody was in school today. Maybe everybody played hooky. It was stunning. Absolutely stunning. So that was a great, great, great day. So if you want to see a little clip of that, I did take a clip of us marching along. Oh my goodness, I have to get this one in the picture. See all this? See all this? It might be the best you get because I'm dropping bark. There we go. Look at that beauty. Really. I got it twisted the right way. It's so pretty. And there's lots of them to come. Really, really beautiful. I will say that in this order I did receive, I'm going to admit it, I'm not going to act like all sunshine over here. Last summer I lost a few orchids, as you've heard. We don't know why. I lost them. This is one that I lost. So I was really, really pleased to get this one back in the collection. Because this one does like her. She loves her water. So she will be packed with a lot of sphagnum when I repot her. Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful, beautiful plant. So this one, and this one, I don't remember it ever having a scent. Let me see. No, there's no scent on this one. Not that, and if you have one that has a scent, let me know. I don't remember it ever having a scent in my collection. This one, it's not in bloom, but I do want to show you two in spike. We have something to look forward to. This was so funny. The other day, I was cleaning the birdcage, and Verde escaped. The greenwood. Verde. He escaped. He was just, I just said, girls, you have to go to the crate. Verde's having his time. He flew and flew and flew and had the best time, and he loved this orchid. He would sit down here at the base of this orchid and just look at me like, come on, I want to be out for a while. So he did. He had about 45 minutes of playtime. This is Oriental Smile Butterfly. So he was nestled up with the butterfly over here. I was like, please don't damage the buds. Please don't damage this. This one did come from Sheldon. And it is just about ready to peek open. And it has 3 different spikes. This is a Dendrobium nobile. 3 different spikes. And I did see on Nature Nell the other day, He had a video, they were out somewhere, him and Teresita. And if you watch them, don't you love the two of them together? They're quite the comedic duo. They're just so cute and fun together. Anyhow, I like when Teresita was able to join him. This one here was showcased in one of the booths that they were shopping at, the Oriental Butterfly. So it's going to be yellow with some pinkish red. It's just going to be a beautiful Dendrobium nobile. I'm looking forward to that. It's so fun to watch a video and just do that, I don't want to say it's a rotten, evil little laugh, but you're like, oh, I own that one. I have that one. It's nice. It's nice to have the ones that you're seeing pop up on other people's channels. It's just nice. I mean, we're all in the same world here. We're all living in the same world of orchids. Now, you're like, Holly, all these blooms, they're great, but you didn't produce any of these. I did. I did produce several of these. They struggled. They really did. And that's not an excuse. It's just reality. That's my fault. But they are waking up. They are forgiving me. They are coming back. This is, I want to say, Mystic Banfield Tower, one of my spider orchids. Look at this. I've had this probably about 3 years now. At least 2 years. And it has 2, 4, 6, 8, about 10, maybe one more will come out at the top. 10 beautiful buds forming on it. So this one's always a very reliable bloomer. And I can't remember offhand. I'm going to say Maggie. That's probably not right. Sorry if I said your name wrong. One of my viewers did suggest my Paphiopedilums and other ones go to a much brighter window, which I was, you always hear don't put those in a bright window. I've done it. I've done it. I took quite a few orchids, not this one. But in my view, I'm like, okay, this needs a lot of light to bloom. And it's blooming okay in my east-facing windows. Granted, I know if you watch my channel, you know the Paphiopedilums were in a north-facing window. But I was out of room in the east. So don't gasp and be horrified and expect we're going to have burns all over them. I did move them upstairs to a southwest-facing window. And they seem to be loving it. And they're also very, very close to my upstairs shower. So all those orchids, there's a bunch of them. The Paphiopedilums, and they're starting. They are. I have a big rainbow on me. It's a little weird. I don't have a bruise on my face. I have rainbows. My hair, rainbow hair. Good grief. They're starting to bud. I believe they're budding, getting ready to bud already. So they probably did need that little oomph. They needed just that shot of sunlight. So some Cattleyas are up there, some Oncidiums, anything that I felt was in the north-facing window that really should not have been. I was just out of room. So I had my husband and son, they drug up my table, and I set quite a few up there. Some Dendrobiums are up there because they don't take up a lot of space. I will tell you the Dendrobiums and the Vandas are on the windowsill. They literally are on the windowsill. I went back a foot or so, maybe a foot and a half, with the Paphiopedilums, that Fragropediums. And they do get showered, so they're getting more humidity. The paths, which they love, just due to the fact that they're right outside the bathroom door. They're getting humidity. But they also get put in the shower. So they're loving it. They're absolutely loving it up there. And I have to force myself to stop because I'm one of those people that once I'm down for the day, I'm pretty much down for the day. I'm not going back up there unless I'm delivering laundry or something. So I have to I have to do better with watering and making sure everything is happy and taken care of. Or there's no reason to have orchids. There's just no reason if I'm not going to be tending them. So I am excited to see this beautiful, beautiful spider orchid. They do look like spiders. That's why I call them spider orchids. It's Banfield Mystic Tower, I'm almost certain. Beautiful yellow it will be. So unless I have forgotten anything, I believe it's time to get my oatmeal off the stove before I burn it. It's probably running out of water. I did put it on low. Steel coat oats take a very long time to cook. I'm going to have my oatmeal. I'm going to put my orchids away so my family can have dinner here at the table later on. I do film at the dining room table. And then I'm putting my kayak in my car because I'm too lazy to load it on top today. I'm trying to make myself load it on top like a responsible human being. But sometimes I throw a great big throw rug in it, and I just open the back, and it goes, and I'm on the road in 5 minutes. I'm short. I'm like 5'1". It's a little hard to get that kayak up there and strap. I have to get different straps. I don't know what happened over the winter. The favorite straps I was using with the teeth, they disappeared. So I do need to go to wherever you go to buy these things, and I need to get a couple more straps. The ones I have now, for some reason, on the other end, they have an S hook. I don't want an S hook. I just want to wrap, tie, and run it through the teeth, and I'm done. I don't trust an S. Can you tell I had speech therapy as a child? Honestly, they put me in speech therapy for my S's. I don't think it did much. But anyhow, here we are. 54 years old and still have a lisp. It was time well spent in school. Anyhow, I hope you're all having a great day. Hope you're enjoying your orchids. If you have anything you want to, any advice or any little tips, or just want to give a shout out about some wonderful orchid in your collection, feel free to do so. Please like, share, subscribe. My subscribers are slowly going up, and I appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. I guess that's it. That's all I have to say, except above all, enjoy these beautiful orchids. Thank you so much for watching.